Good evening. This is your group talk summary for Wednesday, June 27th. I'm Jessica, and today our topic was siblings. Siblings, of course, are brothers or sisters. You can have older siblings or younger siblings. And so we talked about are siblings a good thing or a bad thing? What are benefits and what are drawbacks? Benefits are positive things. Some benefits we thought of were, for example, you're not so lonely, and especially if there's a problem or a difficult time, you have your siblings to comfort you or help you or share the problems. For example, you can talk about your parents with your siblings, or if you have a personal problem, you can get some advice. So sometimes if you are close to your siblings, close means emotionally close, your hearts are close, you have a good relationship. If you're close to your siblings, then you can have a lot of benefits. They can be friends and sisters, or friends and brothers. However, today mostly we talked about the drawbacks. The drawbacks are, of course, the opposite of benefits. Drawbacks are the problems. So, a drawback to having siblings is, well, for example, there's a bit of competition. Who do the parents love most? Well, probably the parents really love everyone, but often towards one sibling, often the youngest one, often the girl, maybe your parents are what we call a soft touch. Soft touch means you're not so strict with that son or daughter. So if the son said, can I borrow the car today? Say, okay, sure. Or, I need some money. Okay, sure. So their heart is a little soft towards one sibling. Often the youngest one is usually called the baby of the family, which means that even as you get older, always the youngest sibling is always going to be the young one. The cute one, the one that everyone takes care of. This is a stereotype we have, that the oldest sibling is sort of the responsible one, and the youngest one is sort of the cute, helpless baby of the family. Not always true, but sometimes. So today, most people had younger sisters, and they all agreed that in their childhood, they did not get along well with their younger sister. Maybe some of the younger sisters had a case of hero worship. Hero worship means the younger sister looks at their older brother and thinks, he's so cool, he's my hero. So the younger sister wants to spend lots of time with the older brother. Of course, an older brother looks at the younger sister and says, she's such a pain, she's so much trouble. But the happy thing was that 3 out of 4 people said that now they have a really nice relationship with their sister. And for one person, not yet, but we can hope that in the future they will also be close and they will share some benefits of having siblings. We talked really quickly about not siblings, not daughters and sons, but parents. Because one of the things that you talk about a lot with your sibling is what happens when mom and dad get old. So we talked about some different vocabulary. There's things called retirement homes. Retirement homes are sort of like apartments for older people, where someone takes care, manages the garden or the cleaning, but you can live alone. If you get a little too sick to live alone or a little too old, then you go to the next step, which is assisted living. That means you are still living alone, but someone visits you and assists you, does grocery shopping or cooking or extra cleaning. And then kind of the last stage are old age homes. And that's, sometimes you're young, sometimes you're old, but it means you really need some extra help. You cannot live by yourself anymore. If you can live by yourself, but you're a little lonely at home, you can go to the senior center. And a senior center is where seniors, not senpai seniors, but seniors meaning old people, older people. Senior center, older people will go during the day and hang out, talk to other people. There are events and clubs. And maybe in Japan we decided a senior center is kind of the same thing as daycare. But be careful, because in native English, daycare is only for little kids. So you do not want to be talking about your parents going to daycare. It will be very confusing. All right, so I hope if you have siblings or parents or anyone in your family, you have a close relationship, and maybe sometime we'll talk about all of the other family members for a different group talk. Until then, see you next time. Good night.